The calendar says spooky season is over, but the fun doesn't have to end. Hello, I'm Angela, and welcome to Pretty Spooky Presents Creating Scaradise. I live the pretty spooky lifestyle to enjoy Halloween fun year-round and fit more macabre into the mundane. Truthfully, regular life can be boring, so join me in embracing the irregular and making our own fantastical fun and not relying on the calendar to say when. That's why I finally filmed the evolution of my Fall-o-Ween tree and my Absinthe Ritual with sugar-free sugar cubes in the shape of tiny skulls and tombstones. It's always fun to use an Absinthe Fountain to mark special occasions like this, plus now there's no need to be concerned over sugar. And I'll use these darling little death tokens in other cocktails like a champagne cocktail and even a tiki old-fashioned and a delicious rum sazerac. But I'll save some of those for part 2. To make my life even more pretty spooky, I resurrect my black tree in September and let it evolve and transform all the way through December. This is one way to bathe yourself in the shadows of the darkest part of the year and strike the perfect balance between creepy and cute. And we're just getting started. You'll have to stay tuned for part 2, the November through December transformation, where we go from Fall-o-ween to Melikaliki monster with a vintage tiki spooky vibe for the holidays. This spooky tradition is so much fun, I knew I'd have to share it with you so you can add a little eeriness to your everyday too. Tonight we'll set up the Absinthe Fountain. I'll show you how to make the sugar-free sugar cubes. We'll decorate, and I'll tell you the story of the Fall-o-Ween tree set to "'Twas the Night Before Halloween." Now on to the Absinthe Fountain. The traditional way to serve absinthe is the French method, which is to slowly drip ice water over a sugar cube perched atop an absinthe spoon and into a glass containing 1 ounce absinthe. When the mixture turns slightly cloudy and the ratio is approximately 1 part absinthe to 2 parts ice water, stir in the remaining bits of sugar cube, set the spoon aside, and enjoy. The fountain wasn't getting much use when I cut out sugar, until I took advantage of the crystallization factor of erythritol products and started using my spooky little silicone molds to make sugar-free sugar cubes. Now the Absinthe Fountain can be part of every special occasion, and it's even more fun to use with the tiny tombstones and skulls. Now let's get decorating. As the moon grows larger and shadows grow tall, monsters among us begin to creep and crawl. Get your house ready and set the mood right. When spirits feel at home, they're less of a fright. On Labor Day weekend, inside our strange home, a black tree was planted. How quickly it's grown. A wormwood elixir summons green fairies to resurrect spirits long ago buried. And as we all know, when the veil becomes thin, spectral guests who visit just might settle in. When hearts beat faster and we shiver in fear, that means it's the Fall-o-ween tree time of year. The lights were all strung while branches were bare. The sounds of Halloween tunes filling the air. Above my window I hang a ghostly sash, dripping with spiders draped in 13 black bats. The first emergence is a whimsical scene, woodland ferns, white flowers, and lights glowing green. Green ribbons and pumpkins cast magical spells and glisten and shimmer when spirits do dwell. Now werewolves and witches and mummies alike can dance in the glow of the eerie green lights. Jack-o'-lanterns on porches are set aglow, a signal to all where the candy will flow. The children play in costumes and plot their best route to knock on more doors before candy runs out. September sun sets, October's winds bristle. Enjoy champagne cocktails to wet your whistle. It's a season for a spooky renewal. Raise a glass to the strange and to the unusual. Ribbons like sandworms squirm through black needles and drench themselves in the juice of a beetle. Here I come, baby, October showtime. Shake, shake, senora, shake it all the time. In black and white stripes, skulls nestle and perch. Among pointed boughs, classic monsters lurk. From bottom to top of the Fall-o-ween tree hang icons of horror from the silver screen. Max Boris, Bela, Lon 1 and Lon 2, Miss Elsa, Miss Mila, Ben and Riku dance to music by children of the night in fields of mariposa and pale moonlight. Shortly, part 2 is the next evolution. Pretty spooky life is the resolution. Until then, we wait for November's last light. Scary Fall-o-Ween-Mas to all, and to all a good fright. It truly means so much that you allowed me to share the tradition of the Fall-o-Ween tree with you. I hope it sparks your creepy creativity and encourages you to design your own evolving macabre masterpiece to add a ghostly glimmer to the darkest part of the year. And we've just gotten started, so be sure to stay tuned for part 2 at the end of November. There will be devilishly delicious cocktails, thrilling theming, and even more terrifying traditions to share. I can't wait. And if you also refuse to be commanded by a calendar, you'll love my creepy crafting, disturbing decor, and otherworldly recipes. If Halloween is your favorite, yet just one day isn't nearly enough, be sure to check out more Pretty Spooky Presents, Creating Scaradise, Low Carb on the High Seas, and Friday Night Feast and Fray. I'd love to hear which spooky traditions will haunt your holidays and beyond this year, so be sure to drop a comment below. I loved being your haunted hostess. You were a wonderful guest, and you're welcome back always. Farewell until next time. Cheers. The calendar says spooky season is over, but the fun doesn't have to. Hello, I'm Angela, and I live the pretty spooky way, and I can't remember why. Truthfully, regular life can be blah, blah, blah. So join me in embracing the irregular and creating our own dark, I forgot the word, and making our own dark fantastical fun. Fantastical fun, fantastical fun, and making our own dark fantastical fun without relying on the calendar to save it. With tiny sugar-free that one will work. I think I can do it one more time. Where we do the November Absinthe Fountain. Yep, that just happened. Until I took it. You'll love my creepy crafting. You'll love my creepy crafting. Why can't I say creepy crafting? Either one of those can work.